Previously on Into the Yonder Void, we found ourselves in a long tunnel, and Gil was right in my face, asking me a bunch of personal stuff, making me uncomfortable. But then we found Can and Fee in a cell, and they made a new friend, a tiny flying friend who did not get along with Gil at all, seemingly didn't get along with anybody. And we decided to venture out and try and find the exit to the tunnel when Can, Fee, and Gil were spotted by a shape at the mouth of the tunnel.
The D20 Syndicate presents Into the Yonder Void.
Fa la la la, fa la la la, fa la la la, fa la la la.
Oh shit.
Santa Claus is coming into town. Is this our Christmas episode?
It is. It's Christmas Eve right now. Oh my gosh.
What? Yeah.
Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Merry Christmas. And other holidays.
A weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth. And around the table, we have our players.
I'm Billy and I play Nezrah.
I'm Tomas and I play Gildebrand.
I'm Lindsey and I play Fee.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Can.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure, and this is episode 22.
22.
Yes.
You
Got it. Hell yeah, I did it. I did it, guys.
Woo!
You
Pack it up,
are
everybody.
on it.
Have a good day.
Well, Christmas.
All right.
Yay.
Now it's time for tonight's Around the Campfire question.
Are you asking our elf name? Because I'm also curious.
What?
Your elf name is
talking about?
Your elf name is Fee, Lindsey.
What would be our elf nickname?
Level of existence.
Fee.
No, I'm talking about Christmas elf.
Oh.
I think we would all have our current names in the campaign.
I mean, I don't
They're
know.
all like one syllable and cute as
Fuck,
shit.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, well, skip that question, I guess. Go
Next
ahead with the next
question.
one, Seth.
For tonight's Around the
He said dourly. Like the ghost of Christmas
All right.
past just showed up.
For tonight's Around the Campfire question, I want to know what your favorite in-world holiday is. We're going to start with Gil. Tell me about your favorite holiday, Gil. When and what?
Man, I haven't celebrated in a really long time, but mine was always the tithe. At the beginning of Frost, in my hometown of Eldercross, just when the frost is like starting to rime on the trees, is when we do the tithe. And it's really fun because it's like just a day-long celebration where everyone's singing and dancing and doing games. And whoever wins the game gets to be mother's favorite. And my mom would choose them and they would get her blessing. And that would usually involve both of my aunts. Basically, I don't know how to say this in a happy holiday way, but they would essentially take that person's blood and give it to my mom. Sometimes I would get to choose who won because sometimes I would play the games and I would win and then I'd choose the favorite. And yeah, it was very fun, very festive.
All right, fucked up beyond belief. Let's go with Fee.
Maybe come back to me if someone else
All
is
right.
ready.
Nezrah.
So every autumnal equinox around autumn 47, we have Hibernation Preparation Day. Because we are a tribe of Dragonborn, we don't like the winter. And we have an entire underground series of rooms, chambers, and hallways that we live in while there's frost on the ground and on the trees in our forest. And on that day, we have a great big feast and it's the last one we have above ground until it's safe to come back or comfortable to come back up to the surface.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing. Can.
By far, my favorite holiday is Sanguil. It's the Summer Solstice. I think it falls on summer 22. I don't actually keep track, but I know when it's coming because everyone knows, and it's all anyone talks about. So I like it because my island, Luta, it hosts the celebration, so everyone from all the other islands comes over, and then there's tons of food, there's lots of drinking, there's a bunch of dancing and music and games, and then there's also costumes. It's really fun.
Very nice.
That one is a great blast time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fee.
I have to say, I'm just imagining like Can and Peach and some of the other like village kids dressing up as a group costume of like the Fruit of the Loom logo.
Peach is clearly the peach.
As everybody
Peach
knows, the
actually
iconic
likes
Peach.
to go as a nectarine. It's funny because his name is Peach.
I'm just picturing
Man.
Can in a bushel of grapes, like her face in the middle.
Every once in a while, she'll just close her eyes and not say anything, and then she'll go, "Hey!"
So my favorite holiday is one that we celebrated back in Erdenfell, and I don't remember the technical name, but I refer to it as Snow Day. So, and the holiday is. So what it would be is whenever it's the first snow of the year, then we celebrate by that's pretty much the one time of the year where pretty much everyone goes outside of our homes and just kind of rolls around in the snow. They taught me how to make all these different snow creatures. We threw snow rocks at each other. You know, when you find the little rock and you make it a snowball, it was fun.
Whoa.
And stakes are higher. It's fun that way.
People died last time.
She's playing with a bunch of fucking furple. So they're just like
Boulders.
She just was Mr. Magoo the whole thing each time.
Other people are getting ketchup smeared on the ground.
But yeah, that's about it. Just frolicking in the snow, and then we pretty much lock up from there. Have it pretty limited on who goes out and when. But yeah, it was fun.
very nice. Well, thank you for sharing, everyone.
I'm still trying to get past the idea that like a frost-like dragonborn goes inside to hide from the snow when your breath weapon is fucking cold damage. It's just
I
weird.
mean, you like to eat ice cream, but you don't want to live in ice.
I mean, I do.
Yeah, he does. He
Doubt.
would. Yeah.
Oh, I think we have a new review.
What?
What?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah.
For real.
This review comes from Michael A. on.
Hey, Mike.
I'm assuming.
Mika. What does it say?
Hold on a second. I want to see if it's for sure on Apple
It
Podcasts.
says, "This is the worst Taco John's bathroom I've ever seen in my life." 0 out of 5 stars.
Okay. This review comes from Michael A. on Apple Podcasts. You can leave a review there. You can leave a review on Yelp. You can leave a review on Google or Facebook or Podcast Addict, preferably Apple Podcasts. A great podcast is the title of this one.
Thanks.
These guys really work their tails off to put out a great podcast. This is by far my favorite D&D podcast. Seth is amazing as a DM. Bodega. Thank you, Michael. Bodega
Short and
yourself.
sweet.
Bodega
Thank
to you,
you,
sir.
Michael A. You are
Not
absolutely
Michaela.
correct.
And a merry bodega to you, sir.
Merry Bodega, everyone.
People who only listen to Campaign 2 are going to be like, what the fuck does that mean? A bodega is a store. Moving on.
Also, I think 2 of us work our tails off.
Oh.
What?
Well, all
2
of us
Well, yeah.
work our tails off.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying.
Wait, who were the two?
Who's the second person?
He was.
Me and Lindsey.
I was going to go,
I do a
yes.
lot. So much right now.
Hint, one of them is not me.
All right, let's get started.
Oh, God.
When we last left off, y'all were creeping through the dark, except for Nezrah, who was hanging back. Gil, Fee, and Can were stealthily approaching a form down this tunnel, and when all was said and done, you guys discovered that it was some sort of humanoid mushroom creature that didn't seem to be able to fully ascertain where you were, but was looking around trying to find you. Now, you guys notice, Can, you notice that there was a glint from a dagger or something on the creature's hip, and now you guys see that as it's looking around, it raises up some kind of lantern, and it sparkles with light, like an orangish red light, and it starts sweeping around looking for you guys. Are you going to continue to try to hide? You have if you give me a dex save, you can continue to try to hide. If you don't care about being hidden, don't bother.
Have I seen anything like
I
this?
care.
No.
Has any of us?
No one here has seen, well, you may have seen creatures that were similar, but nothing this big.
How big is it?
A little over 6 foot tall.
You said dex save, right?
Yes.
Okay, 17.
Okay.
No.
Can we tell it's a humanoid, or is it more plant than humanoid?
It is definitely humanoid.
All right.
And it is, yeah. It's
So-
got a humanoid shape. It's got arms and legs and a head and stuff.
So I'm going to cast Disguise Self, and I'm going to turn into one of him.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay, 1 sec. So, Fee, you are going to continue to try to hide?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you give me another stealth roll.
Okay.
And Can, what are you doing?
You said dex save, right?
Correct.
8.
Okay. Yeah, Can, you're stunned by this creature. It looks really cool.
I rolled 5.
So while you were able to like kind of move out of the way of the light, you were not stealthy enough to disguise your sounds, Fee. So you definitely made some noise, like shifting suddenly and trying to get out of the way.
Running into the wall and being like, shit.
So Gil, you transform into one of these creatures.
Yeah, I cast Disguise Self,
Okay.
That's cool.
and for an hour, under intense scrutiny, it probably won't hold up. Like, he'd probably have to make an intelligence check or something. Yeah, investigation against my spell save DC.
For the moment, you guys are in the dark, so
Okay.
or like it's pretty dim in here with this light. Are you going to what's the difference that you were going to kind of
So
create?
I'm gonna be. So with my horns, I'll be like that tall, and still look like a mushroom guy. So I won't be as tall as him, but I'll still look basically like him. Similar clothing. And yeah, I'm gonna just stand
So yeah, he's
up.
wearing like kind of like very scant clothing. He's got like kind of a bandolier style chest piece crisscrossing over his torso. It looks like a lot of his clothing is made out of like not leaves. But it's kind of like leaves. It almost looks like seaweed in a sense. It's definitely floral in nature, but yeah, it's very scant. His arms and legs are exposed. He's fairly muscular and beefy. His skin, it looks kind of pale, but you catch like through the light, you catch like the shift and you catch like the shape of some sort of like tattooed pattern that might be part of his flesh. It might be a tattoo, you're not sure. And he does have a large like mushroom top head to him.
Okay. I'll just go up to him. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Are you looking for the prisoners or what? We don't got no prisoners down here right now. Then what are you doing down here? We heard noises. What are you doing down here? Gary told me to watch the prisoners. Who's Gary? The other one, the guy that looks like me.
And I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him. Wisdom save.
All right. That is a 15.
He does not. He passes.
All right.
So he also knows. Yes, and he also knows that I tried to do that.
What's the meaning of that? Why are you spelling me? Because I thought you wanted to be friends. Well. Anyway, I'll be going now. Have a good day. Wait a second.
And he lifts the lantern up and peers out at you.
Okay, so make an investigation. 13 or better.
Oh boy, that's a 19 without any modifier. So he looks.
Wait, is this a trick?
I kick him where I think his drunk is.
All right.
Which is where?
Mean.
So give me initiative, Gil.
He's just doing his thing, and you're just coming over and
18.
kick him right in
All
the
right,
spores.
yeah. Go ahead and you got the drop on him here. So go ahead and roll your unarmed attack.
16 to hit.
Oh man, you kick him right in the where you think his bells are. Just
Two
go ahead
damage.
and roll unarmed damage.
2 damage.
Oh, stop doing that.
He's like,
Oh, why?
There's more where that came from, buddy. Who are you?
What?
Who are you? What are you doing down here? Where are we? You guys can come out. I've got the drop on this guy. And
he lifts his lantern up and shifts it around.
And I wave my hand
Can.
down, and my costume goes away.
What is the meaning of this?
I don't know. We just showed up here.
You just showed up and kicked me?
I don't think he
Admittedly,
meant
not
that.
my finest moment, but I didn't know what to do in the heat of the moment. So, anyway, I'm Gildebrand. These are my friends. This is Ken. This is Fee. This is Nezrah. And
Wait, we're all there?
You guys are nearby
I'm
except for
gesturing
Nezrah.
towards where I believe them to be.
I'd imagine Fee's peeking her head out scared.
We mean you no harm. I know you might not believe that because I kicked your shit a second ago, but, bygones and whatever.
Is he safe?
I don't know. He's able to talk.
I'm a big fan of a lot of your cousins, friends, but we're not gonna eat you.
What? Why are you guys down in the dungeon?
We just showed up here.
You showed up here?
We went through a gate and they took us here.
Oh, that's weird. Why did you kick me?
I don't know. I thought you were going to, tell your friends or something.
Tell them what?
That we were, intruders that meant harm to everyone.
Gil, you kicked him?
Yeah, right in the beans.
Oh, I'm so sorry about my friend.
It's okay. No big deal.
Where are we?
Where are you?
Yeah.
You're in the dungeon, silly.
Well, now we stepped out of the dungeon, so where is this?
This is still the dungeon.
If we leave the dungeon, where would we be then?
Well, you'd be in the spore village of Anoka.
Oh.
What the hell is that?
Anoka?
The spore village of Anoka.
Do I know that?
Where?
It would be a very high DC, but go ahead and roll history.
Let's just see.
Can all of us?
I would say Ken, and maybe Gil.
I have very poor history.
But it's going to be at a disadvantage.
Huh.
Oh.
It's taking forever to roll my second one, but my first one was a 5, so I don't think we're going anywhere.
No, you're good. Here.
Oh, my second one was a 5 also.
Yay, just
I
a
love
Christmas
those.
miracle.
Super 5.
Yay!
Yeah, you haven't heard of the spore village of Anoka. But yeah, he just like kind of looks around.
So you came through a gate? Is there a hole in the dungeon?
Nah, it is a portal, dude. Have you never heard of a portal?
I've heard of portals. Just don't know if there's any down here.
Are we on the material plane still?
I think so.
All right, well, can we go? Can we get out of here?
Yeah, why are you sneaking around the dungeon? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it doesn't make any sense to us either.
Yeah, we kind of just got dropped off here, and I don't know.
Well, we don't have any prisoners or any layabouts down here, so as far as I'm concerned, you guys are good to go. But you say you're not from around here?
No.
Nope.
Well, let me be the first to welcome you to the Spore Village of Anoka.
And he raises his arms in the air.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
My
being
name is
cool about.
Ganaderm, and I welcome you to my humble home.
Ganaderm.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds like a
Ganaderm
medicine.
Get to quit smoking.
You guys, where are you from?
I look at Ken.
We're from all over.
Wow, world travelers.
Yeah.
Amazing. You're very small.
I was the second tallest in my class.
Very cool.
Thank you.
I am of average height.
So are you like edible? Like, do parts of you come
Gil.
off or?
Gil, you can't ask people if they're edible. Be
I
kind.
think technically most creatures are edible if you try hard enough.
Really? Interesting.
No. Stop.
I guess what he's probably asking is, do you eat mushrooms?
No.
Okay, sorry.
We use mushrooms.
What do you use
Are
them
you
for?
Also a mushroom.
I mean, technically we derived from them long ago according to the lore. We use them for structure purposes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Way better than corn cobs.
Yeah. Shit.
Who's your friend back there? And he kind of waves the lantern.
At this point, I've quietly come up behind everybody, and I'm currently sketching Ganaderm.
And
He looks at you, Nezrah. You're very tall.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Were you the tallest in your class? Nez,
I wasn't, no.
second tallest.
Dragonborn are pretty donkin', Ken.
Is Crumb back up too?
Crumb is back up too, and he is angrily staring daggers at Ganaderm, just like, I don't like this. I don't like any of this. It's unnatural.
You know, I have to say I agree with you, but I think it's okay. Just hang tight. Let's talk to him.
I swear to God, if this doesn't get resolved really quickly, we should probably just lay waste to this whole area.
I mean,
Scorched earth, Fee. Scorched earth.
really? Oh, okay. I guess
But you can lead the charge because I'm sleepy.
that's fair. Okay. Do you have a place to sleep when you're on the go?
Yeah. And he like floats down to your shoulder and then he like lays down.
I was gonna suggest that, but that works. Okay.
So, would you like to go up top? It's probably too dank and humid down here for your like.
Definitely.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go, I guess.
Let me lead the way.
And he turns around and he starts like walking up the stairs. You notice that his limbs, while his legs seem like kind of a normal, proportional length, his arms are super long. And they like go past like almost to his like calves. Like they're just very, very long arms.
That'd be some good hugs.
All right, I guess this is happening now. I mean, what is our, do we have a game plan, guys? Or are we just doing this for now?
Well, the game plan is to go up there.
I kind of want to find more mushrooms. Maybe we can use them, like, learn how to make some cool potions or some other stuff. I did lose a healing potion.
I want to know what mushrooms eat.
You know, I agree. That sounds super interesting.
He turns and he like looks at you guys. I hear you talking about food. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Kinda.
Oh, yes. Very, very much so.
Well, you've come to the right place. Come along. And he starts trudging up these stairs. And you guys watch as he like pushes the door open and light floods in. And as you guys exit, you find yourselves in like kind of this what appears to be like a conical hut. It's kind of tall, but it's very like bare bones as far as like furniture and things like that. You see that there's a table that looks like there's one chair that appears to be like kind of grown out of the side of the wall. And then there's like just a doorway that doesn't have a door on it.
Is this your like house?
No, this is the chamber to access the dungeon.
Is this where the food is?
It's not. I'll take you to where the food is. And he like marches through, and you watch as he ducks down to get through the doorway, because the doorway looks at it's like about 5'5". It's kind of a short doorway.
That's weird.
Wait. Why is your doorway little if you're average?
Well, because we just shape these and they kind of grow to their own dimensions.
Oh. They just grow on their own.
Sort of, yeah, with some prompting by us.
Whoa.
Yeah, some of our finest druids helped design this.
Oh, fascinating.
That's what I am.
Really?
Really?
Well, if you guys stick around long enough, maybe you can interact with some of our more potent druids.
Wait, are you a druid?
I am not a druid. I'm a bailiff.
What's that?
That's like a super druid.
So, your people have law and a hierarchy.
Yeah, something like that. We like to think of ourselves as relatively civilized, but we don't really have a lot of ne'er-do-wells or evildoers, so these dungeons are largely unoccupied. Sometimes, if somebody needs to sleep off a night after drinking a bunch of moon alcohol, we'll put them in there. Or maybe if somebody needs a place to stay and one of our inns is full, we'll gussy up one of the dungeon cells.
What is moon alcohol?
You don't know what moon alcohol is?
No.
Oh.
You have no idea how much I like moons.
He takes like a little bottle off of his belt and he tosses it to you, Can.
For me.
Take a swig. It's moon alcohol. Share the wealth. All of you, take some moon alcohol. It's delicious.
I give it a sniff.
Oh, thank you.
It smells effervescent.
Does it smell like alcohol?
Yeah, but it smells like kind of like a, I would describe it kind of like a gin, where it smells like it's like a foresty scent almost to it.
Okay, I'm going to assume that this wasn't part of some elaborate plan to poison me. That
Do you
just
want to
doesn't
roll
make
insight?
sense. No.
Okay.
I'm just going to take a drink.
No, absolutely not. Okay, take a drink.
I take a drink.
He gave
You
a
take a
bottle.
drink,
Sorry.
and it's got like a bright alcoholic flavor, but it is it's definitely alcohol, and you don't feel poisoned afterwards.
Nice.
So what is the doorway that he was talking about that can grow and whatnot? Is that made out of something other than normal like wood material?
It doesn't appear to be made out of wood material. If you would like, you can do a perception or an investigation.
Gonna do investigation.
Okay.
Fuck you. 5.
You're not sure. It doesn't look like wood, but you know it could be something.
So I'm puzzled by it. I'm looking at it, and I turn back to him, and I go,
So, would you say that the amount of use that your structures have determine their size?
Not necessarily. We sort of get the druids to prompt them, and then they kind of grow to their own specifications, based on whatever details it is that are far beyond my understanding. All I know is it's auto-magically done. Yes.
I'm gonna nudge Can with my elbow a little bit and then gesture at the alcohol.
Oh, here.
You hand it over?
Are your structures also fungal?
Yeah. They're a different kind of fungus.
Fascinating.
And he scribbling notes next to his sketch.
All right, you take a swig. Gil?
I take a few gulps.
All right, you take a few gulps, and it's not a big bottle, so you drink like a few gulps is going to be at least half, maybe maybe 2/3.
I toss the bottle to Fee. Hopefully she realizes it's flying towards her.
She doesn't at first.
Yeah, Fee, give me a dexterity save.
Okay. Oh, 21.
Oh yeah, you snatch it out of the air.
Whoa.
You like realize it at the last second, just
So like Lindsey in real life.
Yeah. Yep.
Weirdly good at
Nice.
catching stuff midair.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Do you take a swig?
Yeah.
All right, you take a swig. It is, it's definitely alcohol. It doesn't have a bad taste to it. It's kind of like a fresh, almost minty thing that it's not overpowering though.
I was hoping it to taste more cheesy.
Like the moon.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
What is it? Ganoderm?
Yeah.
A question for you. Do you have like health potions, some other kind of potions? Like, do you use the mushrooms for healy stuff?
Well, I don't, but I'm sure some people in town do. There are a few resident merchants that you could check with and see if they have anything like that. I've seen them from time to time. I don't have much use for them myself.
So are we in like a big friggin' mushroom right now?
We are.
I'm gonna lick the wall.
It tastes like nothing. It just like if it has a flavor, it's just kind of like dirt a little bit.
Holy shit, we are in a big ass mushroom.
Huh.
I'm gonna step
Anyway.
outside.
Let's go. And yeah, he had already stepped through, and he's kind of like beckoning you guys through. Do you all exit the mushroom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So you guys step outside and you look out at this village, and what you see is kind of impressive. You see dozens of structures that appear to be made out of gigantic mushrooms.
Adorable.
Most of them seem to be growing against the roots and the bottom of the trunks of massive trees. As you look up, you see that these trees are hundreds of feet tall and at least 50 feet wide on some of them. Some of them look to be 100 or 200 feet around. These trees are likely the largest trees you've ever seen. They're fucking enormous.
Holy shit.
That take like 4 days to climb.
Are you
As
gonna?
you look around too, you see like there's a bunch of different creatures just like Ganoderm wandering around, kind of going about their daily activities. And it doesn't look like you see anyone that doesn't look like similar to him. Like it looks like they're all mushroom people here.
Wow. He really is average.
Are you going to talk to some of these trees, Ken?
I don't even know what I would say to them.
I look bashful.
This place looks like my kind of shindig.
I am pleased to hear you say that.
Can you talk to trees?
I cannot. Is that something that I should work on doing?
Well, you could. It's a skill. Maybe your druids can.
Maybe. I don't have any sort of need for that sort of nonsense. I'm just a humble bailiff.
What is that?
Super Druid. I keep telling you.
Yeah, every time he gets ready to respond, Gil interrupts by saying Super Druid, and he just doesn't correct it.
I know that that's not true.
Anyway, you want some food or do you want to sightsee? I know you said you were hungry. I guess we can eat on the go.
I want to do both.
And so he leads you guys kind of off to the right down like a tree copsy little pathway, and it opens up and there's like a few smaller mushroom huts, and they have like banners hanging outside and some like goods and things like that. It looks like a tiny merchant quarters. There's about 6 different stuff, and this is actually like kind of a dead end circle, like almost a cul-de-sac. So you'd have to come back the way you came to kind of get through here because it's surrounded by a big tree.
It's a circle of mushrooms.
Sort of, yes.
Oh shit!
Not like what you might be thinking, but yes.
Are there little like children mushrooms?
Yeah, you can see a few of those running around. They're like, doing their own thing. You also see that there's a couple of these guys, these like mushroom people, scaling the side of the trees. And they look like they don't have any climbing gear or anything like that. They're just literally like hands and feet just climbing up.
Do they make like suction-y sounds when they do it, or is it just...
They don't, no.
Okay.
I am in absolute awe.
Or cute little grunt noises.
Oh. What were you saying, Nez?
And you said that none of us have seen these types of creatures before?
No, the only person who may have would have been Gil or Can, based on just the random chance during travels. This seems to be like something that is probably not very well known in the world at large.
Okay. Are there any of the children mushrooms around us?
Yeah, they're running around and stuff like that. Most of them like kind of give you guys like a weird look and then like chitter amongst themselves and then run off giggling.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just kind of keep an eye, see where the group is moving to, but one of the like groups of children mushrooms, I'm just gonna kind of like crouch down and I'm gonna sketch them.
1 sec. Yeah, 2 of the mushroom children see you doing that, Nez, and they like grab each other and throw their arms around each other and like stare at you and smile and then just like pose. Like they know what you're doing but they want to participate.
Oh damn it, that's
precious.
cute.
So I finished doing like a quick sketch of them real quick, and then I turn the page and I do another one on a blank page, and I tear it out and I give it to them.
They look up at you. Whoa, thank you.
Thank you.
So they all speak common?
It seems that way.
Huh. That's wild.
Huh.
Yeah, it is wild. They speak, what appears to be Argarian common.
Is it Fey wild? Or is it just Trey wild?
It's very wild. But yeah, they like look at the picture, then look back up at you, Nez, then look at the picture, and then they like excitedly run off, holding the pictures in the air and just like cheering. You watch as they go to another group of children, and you hear like cheers, and then another group of like 7 children comes rushing over to you, and without saying anything, they all start posing.
And Nez has a new job.
While that's happening, Ganaderm goes over to one of his compatriots, and you can see that this person's like seems to be working with like spoons or something behind their counter, and he like says a quiet word, and you watch as 4 bowls get set down on the counter, and then Ganaderm picks them up, 2 in each hand, his very wide, long-fingered hands, and walks over and hands each of you guys a bowl. Inside the bowl is dirt.
This is what I was afraid of.
I'm eating it. You're
gonna eat the dirt?
Yeah. What is the state of the bowl? Is it like smooth, like well made, or is it just kind of bowl-like in shape?
It's made out of wood. It's kind of rough, but the outside is definitely smooth. The inside looks like it's a little bit more kind of like pockmarked and knotty. But it's a wooden bowl.
Oh, that's very good.
You are
very fertile soil.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You are eating straight up dirt.
But does it taste like rich dirt? Like there's a lot of minerals in it.
If you were a discerning sword, it would taste like nutrient rich dirt.
Okay.
It's very well fertilized.
Do any of the rest of you eat this dirt?
Yeah, I don't want to be impolite.
Okay, so Can you eat dirt as well?
After seeing Can and Gil both eat the dirt. I'm like, God. And then I'll take a spoonful that's really small, look at Crumb and be like sad.
Sketching mushroom kids, not eating dirt.
All right, Gil, Fee, and Can, you gain 3 temporary HP.
Nice.
Cool. How long does that last?
It'll last for an hour.
Cool.
Okay.
Go fight something.
We fight the kids that Gil is drawing. I mean, Gil. Nez.
Yeah. Ganoderm, I know we said we mean no harm, but now we have 3 temp HP.
Surprise, motherfucker!
We just quick
Hunting
saved.
the mushroom tops off of the mushroom kids' heads.
Yeah.
Right. Between bites of dirt, I say,
Ganoderm.
Yeah.
So isn't it crazy that we all can speak the same language?
No,
And we're not from here.
it's not crazy at all.
Why?
Because you're speaking my language.
What?
This village, the Spore Village of Anoka, has a interesting quality over it. The Druids wanted to make sure that anyone that came in was able to be understood. So when you first entered, you probably breathed in our translation spores.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
That is.
I sidle.
Amazing.
Wow.
I sidle up to him. Hey man, can I get like seconds?
Sure, absolutely.
Gil.
And he goes over and he grabs you a larger bowl, and he like has a word with him, and then it's like twice the size. It's like a fucking mixing bowl, and he hands it to you.
It's
Is that enough?
Yeah, man, it's warming on me. Gotta say.
You've got some dirt in your teeth.
That's where I'm keeping it.
So
Yeah, he like kind of refers back to you. Any language you speak while currently here in the village will be translated to you. It doesn't matter what language.
I start speaking primordial.
What do you say?
I say,
Where in the world are we?
And he just like looks. You're in the Spore Village of Anoka.
But what's outside of the Spore Village of Anoka?
The greater world.
But what's like close?
There's some villages a few days off, but this is the closest thing for many leagues.
What are those villages called?
Well, the nearest one is Heartleaf.
does that ring a bell for me?
Give me a history check.
Damn this history.
Without disadvantage.
Ah, fuck me.
That was 3.
Son of a
3.
bitch.
No clue.
I've
Never heard of Heartleaf before.
I lean up to Ganoderm. So, like, you've got the booze. Do you have, like, harder stuff here?
Yeah, there's varying levels of it, and we can get you some harder stuff. I don't usually keep it on me. I usually use that for dealing with scrapes, or if I need to clean something and I don't have any water around. It works really well in those instances.
Have you ever, like, heard of the Feywild?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who hasn't heard of the Feywild?
I'm from the Feywild, so I would...
Well,
I would-
that's really interesting.
Whatever your most goofy thing is, that is what I want.
Goofy?
Yes, sir.
So, I guess this guy does kind of sound like Goofy, doesn't he? Well, I don't know. I guess if you want to go over to the tavern, they can probably set you up with something.
Which direction is that?
If you go back the way we came and hang a right, you'll head down kind of the main thoroughfare, and you'll see it. It's the biggest mushroom structure within the next little few blocks. Of course, if you go and see a really big mushroom, you've gone too far.
Right on.
This one has a blue dot on the top.
Sounds good, thanks, guy. And then I just bounce.
As you turn to bounce, you hear someone shout out,
Ganoderm.
and he like comes to attention, and you watch as 4 of these creatures, these mushroom creatures, start walking down the path you guys had come from, and they eye you, Gil, since you're like walking in that direction, and they kind of like just keep marching forward, like directly in your path. It would require you to move around them if you would like to go straight forward. Do you move around them? Because they don't look like they're going to separate.
Oh, I love a game of chicken. I'm going to keep going.
All right, you walk right into them. Give me a strength check, athletics.
7.
They bowl you right over. They don't even seem to like pay attention to you. You just get knocked to the side. And they walk right up to Ganaderm, and then the rest of you guys watch as they like look at you, and you can see that one of these 3 of them are dressed similarly to Ganaderm. One of them has like these like long kind of like, imagine like Pope, how the Pope has that like sash that goes down on either side, kind of like that, and it's got magical runes like coming down there like glittering, and you watch as he holds his hand in the air, and whoop, around the 5 of them, Ganaderm included, this like dome of air, or like a distorted something of magical energy surrounds them, and you can see kind of through it, and it looks like they're talking, but you can't hear anything that's being said.
Funk
Can I touch
bubble.
You go ahead and touch it if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch it.
All right, it kind of like rebounds your hand, kind of like the feeling of a magnet, and like how it just kind of like pushes back, repels it. It doesn't hurt.
Weird.
Yeah. I would say, Nez, if you want to do an Arcana check, you can see what this is.
Is he in there?
Yeah, am I over there now?
No, you're by this. You're just not. You're not in it. But yeah, if you're even paying attention, you absolutely don't have to.
I think I'm completely like enamored with and just sort of distracted by the kids.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, there's a few long moments of them of discussion. And
would Fee know?
Fee, I'll let you roll Arcana on this specific thing with disadvantage.
Okay. All right, I'll take it. Oh my god, no, I rolled a 1, so.
Are we all rolling like shit today?
Yeah, you're not sure what it is. It's clearly magical, but yeah, you don't know. It doesn't look to be hurting anybody. It just seems to be some sort of barrier that doesn't allow any sound out. And so after a few long moments, the barrier pops like a bubble, and they look at Ganaderm, then they look at you guys, and then the 4 of them march away past you again. Gil, are you still laying on the ground?
No, I kind of just casually got up, looked around, and kept going.
Okay, so yeah, they're walking behind you now. Ganaderm turns, and the 2 nearest that are paying attention are Fee and Can, and he looks at you 2. Well, it looks like how do you guys feel about talking to the leadership of the village?
I mean, that makes sense. I guess if it was my village, I'd probably want someone new to, like, make sure they're safe and stuff, so.
Are we in trouble for something?
No, but you are the first travelers to not come in through the front gates in quite some time. They want to discuss things with you.
When was the last time?
I don't even know, but it's definitely been several months to several years.
Okay.
All right.
But I'm not going back into that dungeon.
No, there's no need to go back in the dungeon. This is a conversation that'll be had, well, at the leadership's building.
I'm going to roll insight.
Okay.
If I am allowed.
Yes, absolutely.
I just want to make sure that I'm not walking into something hinky. 18.
18. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have any like nefarious purposes or anything like that. He seems a little confused, but it's clear that he was just given like an order to request your presence at the leadership, but it doesn't seem like he doesn't seem worried, and he doesn't seem to like you don't catch any bad vibes from him.
Okay.
So
all right,
yes. I meant to ask this earlier, but I mean, it just seemed kind of okay. No one eats people like us here, do they?
We don't eat meat here.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So what's the worst that could happen? I mean, kind of, aren't we?
I think most humanoids are.
Yeah. So
We don't eat sentient things. We retain nutrients from the soil and sometimes a little bit from the sun.
Okay. So what are those people doing in the trees?
They're climbing up there to harvest some of, well, and he holds up that lantern that he had. These guys. Fire fruits. And you can see that the inside is like this crystalline, it looks like a giant berry, like a multifaceted berry, that when he shifts it a specific way, light kind of comes out of it. Yeah, our fire fruits grow up in the trees, and we harvest them, and we use them, and we also trade, and we also sell them. It's our primary form of income here in the Spore village of Anoka.
Can I buy one? Right?
He just hands you his lantern. You can have that one.
Do you have any more on you?
Not on me, but I can, if you guys are interested. I like you guys, so I'll give you each one if you want. I've got plenty at my house.
That'd be awesome, thank you.
But right now, that's the one that I have on me, and it is now yours. So go ahead and add a, what did I just call it?
Fire fruit?
Fire fruit, I was going to say fireberry. Fire fruit lantern to your inventory, or put it in your notes because it's not in your inventory right now.
I can't eat it?
I will certainly allow you to try.
You can still put it in your inventory as a custom item.
That'd be so cute if Can ate it and then started lighting up.
But basically, it casts light for 20 feet. It acts just like a lantern.
Cool. Love it.
Yeah.
So do we have to talk to leadership before your house or after, or what's our sequence of events?
I would say sooner rather than later. You don't want to keep the leadership waiting, mostly because they're very busy. And if your presence has been made known to them, well, then it's probably something they think is important.
Okay, well, we should probably go then. So,
Nez, have you finished drawing for the children?
Yeah, I've sketched them. So I did like since there's like a big group of them, in my sketchbook, I did like a long sketch that stretches out over both the pages. So it's kind of nice. Like almost like a fold out kind of thing. And then I've tried to assimilate myself into whatever game they were playing.
Okay, yeah, they were actually playing a game where they are trying to keep as many acorns in the air by kicking and slapping them into the air without them touching the ground.
All right. Yeah, so my gangly ass is awkwardly trying to participate.
Okay, give me, let's do the athletics, just a general athletics roll.
Okay. If I keep rolling the way I have been today. Yep, 9.
Okay, they are like, once you participate, you like miss, you like knock one in the air and then miss it the next time, and one knocks it to you, and you kind of like jumble around and touch one a little bit, and then it falls to the ground, and these kids think it's hilarious. They like several of them have fallen over laughing at it, like they think you're doing it on purpose. And they're just having a good time. Gil, you have kind of exited that little area, and did you take a right?
Yeah. My shadow is dusting some of the dirt off of me.
Okay.
Yeah, I look for the building with the blue mushroom thing.
Yeah, roughly probably a block and a half in general terms away from you down this pathway that's lined with giant trees. You see a fairly large mushroom structure that has a big blue like growth dot on the top of it.
I point at it and walk in.
All right, so you head down and you walk in. Inside, you are greeted by the sight of a grown structure on the inside, a bar that has been grown out of the wall. There are 4 tables inside. It's probably like about 30 foot long, maybe 40 foot wide in here. There doesn't appear to be anyone manning the bar right now, and there's only 2 of these other mushroom creatures inside, and both seem to be eating bowls of dirt and drinking large steins of liquid.
I look kind of like unsure, like cautiously, but like walk behind the bar, and I point at the drink. Hey, what's that stuff, man?
You point at one of their drinks?
Yeah.
The one that you point at, well, they both kind of look at you, but the one whose drink you're pointing at looks back at you.
Why, you've never heard of moon alcohol?
Oh, that's moon alcohol. Do you have anything, look, man, I want to see stars. What is your most messed up thing in here?
He stands up, and you can tell that this guy is like 6'5". He's a lot taller than Ganoderm. He like slides a leg over the bench, walks behind the bar.
You want to see stars? All right.
He just punches
he doesn't
me.
punch you, but that would be hilarious.
That'd be perfect.
He takes a very large tankard, one that's like the size of your torso, and he sets it down on the bar. You can see that he's a very sinewy, shaped person, but he seems much stronger than he looks. And he goes and he reaches up, and you watch as his arm, already long, stretches about another foot and reaches up and grabs a large bottle, like almost a jug-sized bottle from a top shelf, sets it down and starts pouring it into the mug, and then puts it down.
All right, that'll be 1 silver.
What is it?
It's seeing stars. It's what you requested. This is a level 5 moon alcohol.
Oh, it has levels. So, like, X's? Like, have you had the whiskey with the X's and shit?
In my day, I have.
So is it like that? Like, you got the 3 X's that'll knock you on your ass and stuff?
Something like that. Level 5 moon alcohol is the strongest one we're allowed to brew.
I'll flip a coin to him.
He, looks at it.
I said 1 silver. What is this?
I grab a copper instead and I flip it at him.
He, looks at it.
Where does this come from?
I don't know, money school? It's money, man.
He slides them back to you.
I don't have an exchanging purse here.
Okay,
we accept Echo Province silver and gold only.
If I may, could I just suggest putting it on a tab? I could exchange some money later and bring even more money back to you.
Give me persuasion.
He is not gonna do that.
21.
About
21?
Yeah.
He seems to consider it.
Are you staying for a while?
I don't know.
I'll only agree to a tab if you're gonna be here for at least 3 days.
I totally will be here at least 3 days. I have my hand crossed, my fingers crossed behind my back.
Give me deception.
Natural 20, 29.
He's like, okay, we can put it on your tab. What's the name for the tab?
Nezrah.
Nezrah. I'll remember it.
Thank you very
And he
much.
slides this giant mug over to you.
I look so happy, and I just dump my face in it.
You
Does
dunk
he
your
have
face
to
in it.
hold it like two-handed, like when little kids try to pick up?
Are you just gonna?
Yeah,
are you just
just-
gonna be drinking?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, go to town on it.
That will require a Constitution save.
That is an 8.
Right out of the gate, you start feeling the effects. It's a very, very strong alcohol, and this is like, you've had strong alcohol, and this is up there with it. It's definitely potent. This is right in your wheelhouse for what you like.
Man, I want to become mayor here.
You want to become mayor?
Yeah, I'll rule this whole place. You'll see one day.
All right, friend, we'll enjoy your drink. I'm gonna get back to my lunch.
Thank you, sir. I love you.
All right, Nezrah, Fee, and Can. Ganoderm kind of like motions down the path.
Would you like to come with me and I can lead you to the leadership?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Perfect. Right this way.
And he leads you guys down this path. You guys take a right, and you guys walk down the main area, this main road, and you can see a bunch of different structures on any of the sides. These massive trees, and everywhere you look in these massive trees, there's at least one or two of these mushroom creatures climbing up into the high boughs of the trees. People moving around, children laughing. Nezrah, you notice one of the children that kind of runs by you after a few minutes is holding one of your pictures, and it's like chasing another one, but it seems that they have the picture like very firmly grasped in their other hand as they're chasing, and as they see you, they stop and they wave, and then they continue to run.
I wave back at him.
Ganoderm,
Yeah.
do you have a family?
I do have a family. I have a brother and a sister. I have parents and a nephew.
How? This might seem rude, but
And I'm like making notes and stuff in my book.
how do your people reproduce?
Well, we reproduce by spores.
Amazing.
Gross.
Feverishly sketching and writing in my book notes about the people.
During the Great Winter Festival, those of an appropriate age release their spores, and those willing to accept those spores also attend this festival. Then the great spore brood can be conceived for that season.
So it's like a communal procreation ceremony.
Something like that.
How old are you?
Me? I've seen a fair few passages of these moons. By our reckoning, I am 496, but by the reckoning of others, I would say that I am roughly 30.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, I'm what you'd call a Dragonborn. What do your people call yourselves?
Oh, we're called the Basidi.
Amazing.
And if you're writing notes, it's BASIDI.
Awesome. I almost had it, except I had a E where the A is. Nice. I'm acclimating to your I have notes about how you spell things, where normally I think one of your Sethisms is instead of like double O's, it's U's usually.
Usually, yeah. Other than, I was gonna say like most times, yeah, it's gonna be a U as opposed to a double O.
Sweet.
All right. Anyway, let's continue on. And he like keeps walking. Eventually, you guys get to this like large building that has a big blue dot on it, and he points his arm. That's where I told your friend Guildenstern, what your friend
Goldilocks.
That's where I indicated he should go.
I'm just now realizing that Gil and Nez have a Rosencrantz and Guildenstern kind of
naming convention. Yeah.
Yeah, and just kind of that relationship. We have that kind of thing going on. Interesting.
If you would like to collect your friend, that would probably be for the best, just so that there is a united group that meets with our leadership.
Sure, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll go get him.
I'll wait here.
Okay, I'll head in to go grab Gil.
Does anyone else head in?
I'll come with.
I'm gonna wait outside.
Okay. So you guys enter the tavern, and it has been roughly 10 minutes, so I am going to need you to roll another Constitution save, Gil.
Natural 20. 22.
Nice.
So after that, those first initial, like, big drafts that you took, it kind of, like, it hit you real fast, and you've been drinking for a long time, so you knew if you're going to enjoy this, you might have to pace yourself slightly more. It looks like you have cat ears, by the way, on your...
Oh, yeah, I took a picture of it yesterday, and I was going to send it to Chad. I forgot.
Yeah, so you've paced yourself a little bit, so you're doing about the same. You haven't gotten, like, crazy drunk yet, but you're definitely feeling the effects.
Now he's riding the stars.
So anyway, I was in the ocean, and I was standing on each dolphin, and I was riding them like skis, and it was way awesome.
Gil!
Oh, hey, Meadow. Anyway, and then I did a backflip, and then
Gil, we gotta go.
Why? What's going on?
Hang on,
We gotta go
AJ.
talk to leadership. They need to talk to us. Probably make sure we're not going to, like, do something bad.
Do I have to?
Yeah, they need us as a whole group. I'm sorry.
And I lean down to Fee.
In his state, maybe it's better he doesn't meet with the top brass.
Yeah, what that guy said.
Oh, shit!
No. Okay, can we come back, though? I have a tab.
Yeah, we could probably come back. What are you drinking? More of the moon stuff?
Yeah, they have supermoon stuff here.
Supermoon.
And look how big
And
this fucking cup is.
That is pretty
You guys see
big.
this, like, donkin' ass mug full of alcohol. It's still, like, 2/3 full.
All right, they'll come along, and I try to, like, strut casually, but, like, stumble a little bit.
Do
And I just
you
kinda-
want me to hold that for you?
Yeah, man, just leave it right there. I don't care if it gets warm.
Did he notice us calling him Gil, by the way?
That's a good point.
Oh.
You don't know, but I know.
Okay. Fair enough. And I just kind of, as Gil walks by us.
Yeah, it's a strong smell coming off him.
And now that I'm a little lubed up, I want to kind of get into some mischief on the way there.
Okay. All right. So I will allow. Go ahead and roll your mischief roll now.
Okay. You said.
Oh, wait, what?
In the description here, it says that I can use advantage if I use tools. Can I use my thieves' tools?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I will allow one mischief. Wait, is this your thing? Like,
yeah. So I got 13, but I'm going to add my D6 for this.
Is this on?
Okay, so 19.
19, yeah.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Gil and Fee and Nez, you guys kind of head down these there's 5 stairs on the outside that lead down because it was a little bit elevated to get to the doorway, and you guys head down and you meet up with Ganaderm and Can, who are down there. And Fee, the whole time you've noticed that that Crumb has just been passed out on your shoulder.
Is he snoring loudly?
He is snoring very loudly. Just
love it.
But something wiped him out. Maybe planar travel did not agree with him. But yeah, he is exhausted.
Lindsey, did you describe what he looks like? Or did Seth?
I did kind of a brief description, but yeah, to kind of zoom in on what he looks like. Go ahead, Fee, since you have a much more detailed version of what he looks like.
So he has pretty much a white beard. I don't know. He's just this kind of cute little dude. He looks like he's a little rough and tumble. He's got a rough, scruffy beard and hair, kind of like Seth said.
So what hair color does he have? He's blonde?
It's white gray kind of. And his outfit is almost entirely made of leaves. These green leaves that are just kind of wrapped around him. And yeah, like Seth said, these very vibrant, colorful butterfly-like wings.
Can we tell what color his eyes are?
He's got green eyes.
Yeah, he does. And yeah, that's pretty much it about Crumb.
Okay.
Cute little dude. Man.
So you guys meet up down there with Ganaderm and Can, and he looks at you, Gil. Wow, you've been doing some drinking, looks like.
Smells like too.
What does that look like? My shadow's doing a taunt.
Well, let's be on our way. We don't want to, dilly-dally too much.
Are you sure we want leadership to meet him like this?
Dilly-dally silly, Sally. Let's do this.
Like
He
this?
sounds cognizant to me.
I'm consider fuck.
If
All right, you guys continue along the way, and Gil, you are drunk, and as you are kind of seeing all of these different creatures walking by and stuff like that, you're seeing a lot of very easily placed pouches around waists. You see there's a lot of doorways that are just left open, a lot of things left unattended out and about. Which of those avenues would you like to pursue?
Ooh. I'm gonna hop into some houses.
Okay, so you careen off and go into some houses?
Do we notice him doing that?
Are you trying to be stealthy about it?
I mean, does mischief include stealth at all in it? Because, I got 19.
Yes, it will include certain things, and then any actions that you take based on your roll will
I'll probably be trying
at advantage.
I'll probably be trying to be sneaky, yeah.
All right, give me an advantageous sneaks.
20 dirty.
Okay, yeah, you kind of fall back for a few moments as they kind of walk past you, and then you just beeline for one of the homes. The rest of you guys continue on, unaware. Actually, what's everybody's passive insight? Or sorry, passive perception?
It won't be 19 or 20, I don't think. I'm trying to find passive.
I think the highest might
12.
be Cans.
16.
Okay, yeah, you guys don't notice at all that Gildebrand has just disappeared, and you guys continue marching along until you reach a large mushroom. This is 4 times the size of any of the other structures in the area, and Ganaderm kind of gestures with his long arms. Right this way, if you'll follow me. And he starts going up these wooden stairs that have been built. It's on 3 different sets. So there's 10 steps, landing, 10 steps, landing, 10 steps, doorway. And he leads you guys up. Do you follow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. You guys enter this really large open area inside of this gigantic mushroom and are immediately on either side, there are two what appears to be like generally like guardish looking mushroom people, the Basidi. These Basidi are a little bit more heavily armored than your friend that's leading you. They're made out of like kind of looks like leather, but you're not 100% sure if it is leather. It definitely like woven fabrics of like plants and stuff like that kind of make up this general armor. But they definitely look like some sort of like guard types. But they don't even like, they see Ganaderm, they look at you guys, and they don't even seem to be like too bothered by it. But this area is pretty large. It's like 50 foot long, 50 foot wide. And everything's kind of conical in here, and he leads you up. This time there's a staircase of about 5 stairs, and then a large open archway with light inside. But these stairs are actually like grown out of the mushroom itself. And he leads you up and through, and you guys are in a chamber that is twice the size as the previous one, so like 100 by 100, and in the center of it is a large circular table-ish thing with a mushroom top on it. And around it are arrayed like seating benches. And you see that there are like 5 or 6, if you counted it would be 6 individuals. One of which is the one who is wearing like the runic sash-like thing. And there's a few others, and at the back appears to be like a very squat but very like wide and kind of sturdy looking Basidi who has like a long fungal beard kind of growing out of its face.
Awesome.
Cute.
And is like resting on this like gnarled staff and looks at you guys appraisingly. Gildebrand, I need you to roll a d20, just a d20.
15.
Okay, so you are able to like pilfer through this house, which was unoccupied, Gildebrand. You were able to find 5 pieces of silver that are shaped like a triangle, and imprinted with just a symbol you do not recognize or have. Like it looks weird. It's like a torch being held by a clawed hand. You're also able to find copper pieces. There's 10 of those that are in the same shape. And the other thing that you find is a staff, and it's decorated with bird carvings.
Put a bird on it.
1 second.
You notice that the copper doesn't have the torch with the clawed hand. The copper one has a crown on it.
And then a staff with a bird on it?
Multiple bird-shaped carvings on it.
Is there any wall decorations?
Not much of anything, just windows. Largely any of these buildings that you've been in have been pretty much unadorned on the walls as far as decorations.
Okay. If there's like any cups or anything, I turn them over, and then I'll like etch a little shape of like a boob on like a table, and then I'll like kick my heels, and then I'll go out.
All right. And then after you head out, are you going to head toward the large building at the end?
Can I see it, obviously?
Yeah, it's pretty large.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to assume it's the biggest one.
Okay. And so the rest of you guys, you guys suddenly realize that Gil is not with you.
Oh. Has anyone seen Gil?
Did he fall or something?
Oh, man.
Ganaderm looks like a little bit like bashful. I didn't notice either. All right, well, this is the leadership of the Spore Village of Anoka. Would you request that I stay as a liaison, or should I attend outside? And the one with the kind of the sash looks up, like kind of snaps their head up. Go outside. Yes, indeed. And he does like a low sweeping bow and like walks outside.
He sounds grumpy.
Mm-hmm.
That one kind of wheels on you, all of you, and you watch as the doorway seals closed. And he looks at you.
What are you doing in our village? Are you spies?
No, we're not even here on purpose.
Spies for who?
You tell me.
Oh, well, if we don't know, then no. We're not spies.
What purposes bring you to our village?
Well, you see, we were fighting a minor pit fiend. And things got crazy, and there were portals, and we had to jump through a portal, and now we're here.
There are no portals in this village.
Well, I would go and check your dungeon, because there certainly was.
He looks at, since you've been talking, Can, he looks at Fee next.
And you corroborate this story with the minor pit fiend, this preposterous story, this tale that says you 3 fought a minor pit fiend.
Fee, I'll plug my ears and you tell them what I turned into when we were fighting the minor pit fiend, and then I'll open my ears and I'll tell them.
Okay, sounds good. So she turned into this giant spider because she's a druid and can do that kind of stuff. And there actually were 4 of us, not exactly 3.
You watch as he holds his hand up as you're talking and to silence you.
Druid?
Yeah, like the ones you have around here.
Can. I just want to specify that Can is weaving back and forth, smiling, hands over their ears, just like...
Druid.
And the mood in the room kind of changes, kind of shifts. Gil, you arrive at the outside of the building, and you see that Ganaderm is kind of standing there on the steps, his hand over his brow, looking for you. And then when you show up, he looks down. Oh, hello, Gil.
You guys took a wrong turn. I got lost.
Oh, our mistake. We thought you were following. I'd forgotten that you'd been drinking.
It's okay. Don't let it happen again. Where do I go?
Your friends have already decided to meet with the leadership. If you want to attend...
Well, they can't do that. They're not going to be mayor. Let me in.
Well, it's right up the... And he turns and looks. Oh, they sealed the door.
I've got this. And I start to bite the wall.
You start biting the wall?
Yeah.
Okay, you find that the structure is a lot more firm than a regular mushroom.
It'll give way soon. Hold on.
Give me high or low, Gil.
Hi.
You chip part of your tooth.
Oh.
Ouch. Hey, let me in! And I pound on the wall.
From the other side, you guys hear, hey, look what you... And one with the sash, cocks his head at you all.
Is that your friend? I heard there were 4 of you.
Yeah, probably.
Do you not speak?
He says, turning to Nezrah.
And I'm sketching, and then I look up to get another look to continue the sketch, and I see that he's looking at me.
Yes, you.
That's probably our friend Gil. He's a little in his cups right now, so please forgive him. We mean you people no harm. I'm fascinated with your culture. We got here by accident through a portal. As they stated, that is all factual and true.
He just waves his hand in the air. Fine. And he opens his hand as if he's putting it in sand, and the doorway opens. And Gil, give me a dexterity save.
10.
You stumble in. You don't fall, but you just kind of stumble forward as the door suddenly opens and then closes behind you.
Well, so you must be the mayor.
We don't have mayors here.
Not yet.
Are you still covering your ears?
Yep, eyes closed, ears covered. I'm just waiting to prove to them that we have the same story.
They all the leadership that you assume is the leadership kind of look at each other, and then like the gnarled old mushroom man in the back, the old Basidi, kind of stands up, and his maximum height isn't more than like 4'8". He's very short, and he kind of like steps forward using his gnarled cane.
We are glad you are here. We need someone from outside the village. We need your help.
And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh, shit. Okay. Getting a quest.
A mission.
Man, we just keep getting quests on quests on quests.
And never finish any of them.
Luna, say hi. She's doing her
God.
Mother Teresa under the blanket thing.
Oh, she looks
Adorable.
so holy.
She is holy.
I'm going to start a religion.
It kind of makes her look like a sea lion.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for tonight's MVPC. Most valuable player character. I want to know who you guys think deserves an additional 1d10 of DM inspiration. Now, for those of you listening at home and for those of you here at the table, Nez is 1, Gil is 2, Fee is 3, and Can is 4. On the count of 3, I'll have you guys hold up the number of fingers corresponding to the person you would like to see become the MVPC. I'll give you guys a moment to decide, and then we will vote. 1, 2, 3, vote! All right, we've got 2 votes for Gil, 1 vote for Can, and 1 vote for Nez. Fee, why'd you vote for Nez?
It's fucking cute with the drawing kids and shit. That was just adorable. Gosh, just precious. He's just precious.
All right. Gil, why did you vote for Can?
I thought that covering the ears was funny, and I also really liked that Ken was the one who was trying to like talk to them about their culture and stuff and learn about the area, like asking actual important questions. So, yeah.
Very nice. Nez, why did you vote for Gil?
Just the shenanigans. Just constant and pure shenaniganery.
All right. And Can, why did you vote for Gil?
I like that he put his gifted skill to use immediately with mischief.
Nice.
And the character after my own heart. Just going right for the hard stuff.
All right, that means tonight's MVPC is Gildebrand Molani.
Merry Christmas to you.
Take your D10 and put it into your campaign for mayor of the Spore Village of Anoka.
It starts small, but I'll get there.
Yes, I do love his grassroots campaign also.
Just really connecting with the people.
Yeah.
And their belongings.
One crime at a time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. Tomas, if they want to contribute to our cause, what should they do and where should they go?
You can be like Michael A., who's totally not paid, Michaela, and go to Apple Podcasts.
What?
Leave us a 5-star rating. Leave us a review. Go to Yelp. Leave us a review. Go to our website. Leave us a review. Go to our Facebook. Go to our Instagram. Tell your friends about the show. That's the best way, actually, because most of our patrons have been word of mouth people, and you know you like the show, so why not let them like the show? They're missing out right now, so do it.
Don't hide us under a bushel. No.
And speaking of patrons, if you'd like to become a patron and make us warlocks, head on over to patreon.com/D20_syndicate and check out the amazing things that we have available for you, including the ability to make an NPC, swag bags at the highest tier. You also have access to bonus content, behind the scenes stuff. It's just a smorgasbord of cool shit. So check out our Patreon at patreon.com/D20_syndicate. Lindsey, tell them about Discord.
Well, it's free. and yeah, it's where, I don't know, everyone goes to talk. You can talk about the podcast. You can talk about the not podcast. You can post some fun GIFs and memes or whatever you're feeling and see cute pictures of puppies and little things. So, yeah.
And where should they go where do we have that if they want to check out our Discord?
It is in the link description. Just right there. Just right there.
Very nice. Well, as we said, thanks so much for listening. We love each and every one of you. We'll kiss you on your little heads as you go to bed at night listening to our dreamy
ear heaven
voices. Yes, ear heaven.
Fucking ear heaven.
But that's it for tonight, folks. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate Podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Bye.
Bye.
Gonna be holidays. Santa Claus coming down the chimney.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Don't forget to leave out the milk and cookies.
holidays. Bye. I never had the watermelon or raspberry or anything. I just got the standard, like,
Fucking love
sweet
watermelon.
green stuff.
I only like watermelon
I like
flavored
it.
things because I'm
That is so weird. I'm the
a
opposite.
child.
Wait,
I
But that's
love
perfect
both.
because when we eat watermelon now, I can have the watermelon and you can just have the watermelon flavor.
you don't like regular watermelon?
I don't like any of the melons.
That's fair.
Isn't that weird?
No, I don't
Just
like melon.
Never liked the flavor. Musk, cantaloupe, water, none of it.
Yeah,
so
I still
good.
can't do I'll try cantaloupe every time it's at like a family reunion or something. Maybe.
This is awful.
And no, every time I'm just like, I don't want it, but now I'm eating it.
Fine.
And yeah,
That's like the Lewis Black bit about candy corn. He's like, and I'll see it in a waiting room, and like an Alzheimer's patient, I'll think, candy, corn. That sounds good. Son of a bitch!
God, candy corn. Ugh. I used to not like watermelon and only like watermelon flavored things. And then when I turned into a grown up, then I liked watermelon. When the transition happened. I meant that
fired.
without shots fired. I just meant like it was grown up age.
And
I
then
don't
I
remember
became
when.
a fucking adult.
It was time to put aside childish things, candy corn, and grow up.
Meatloaf.
The natural progression.
Yep. you as you grow up, you like put less and less candy corn in your meatloaf until finally it's just meatloaf.
God damn it. So Audrey's been on this thing on Instagram where she posts stories of just like the worst food mashups. And it's been several weeks at this point, and I'm like, how are you still
That is an
going?
Instagram
And
I want to follow. That has purpose.
Yep.
I hate
Like
it so much.
shitty
Like one of
food
them was a
porn.
slice of
Yeah.
exactly shitty food porn, bad food, all that stuff, subreddit. But there was one that she posted that like haunted me. It was a slice of pizza with like slightly melted upside down Reese's peanut butter cups on top of it, and it upset me.
What kind of pizza?
No one asked for
I
that.
hated it so much.
I'm curious what kind of
That
pizza
sounds like it
was.
would activate my trypophobia. So
I think it depends
like
on
saying
what
that, like-
toppings are on the pizza, how horrible it would be. Like, I think you could get away on
it's called dessert pizza.
like on a
He
sausage
just left
pizza
all the
or
other
something.
shit on it.
Because sausage pizza already sucks. So if you had
That depends on
chocolate-
the sausage, baby.
I wish I wasn't full. Oh.
Here she goes, the baby thing again.
Hype that sausage pizza. Arby's
better than the
French
Reese's,
fry
but-
flavored vodka.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, they have 2 different versions too. One's flavored like regular,
crinkle cut.
and one's flavored like the Curlies.
That's pretty
Yep.
funny.
It's fair for a vodka because sometimes you
I
might
would-
say,
Vodkas are weird.
I would use that in a Bloody Mary.
yeah, that would be good
like,
as
that
fuck
would be
in a
great.
Bloody Mary.
I messaged her on that one. I was like, this might make me white trash as fuck, but I'm not mad about this one.
Yeah, vodka is a great equalizer. You can put it in all
that.
sorts of dumb shit.
Man,
I haven't had vodka in a really long
I
time.
wish
Oh, that's really
vodka.
I was just thinking that. I was like, I haven't had vodka in so long.
Vodka's in so many
I
things.
want to
it's
get
really,
vodka drunk.
I
Right?
don't.
That's
I
a
want
party
Tomas
drunk.
to get vodka
I
drunk.
do too. Yeah.
Let's get my wife
drunk
vodka
Tomas.
drunk again.
Oh, yeah. What were you guys doing at age 22?
Really stupid
Getting
things.
ready to get married.
Very dumb.
Holy
things.
shit.
What did I do at 22?
I think it was a good year. I think I had fun.
My 22nd birthday was the wizard party, so that was fun.
I wasn't there for that one. That's
No?
probably why it was so much fun.
Probably.
I wasn't there either.
You weren't there to stop us.
I wasn't there to be the fucking wet blanket moral compass.
Was I even born yet?
No, I don't think so. I think it would have been a few days later you would have been born. We are literally 2 years apart, so
Are you
Plus
sure it's
20.
not 22? Yeah. Yep.
Shit.
All I remember is I think I was in college, but that sucked. So,
Block
Yeah.
that out.
yeah. Yep. Wow.
I was working at Starbucks, and that was pretty much it.
That was your best job because then I got rewards
Thanks.
out of it.
I agree. Your current job is shit.
Bring
gained
us
nothing from it.
Frappuccino, Seth.
Yeah, the thousands and thousands of dollars of worth of free things went out that window.
Yeah. I didn't like.
What are they
I
gonna
didn't
do?
like coffee.
They don't know my
yet.
last name.
Like I didn't take advantage of my friend working at Starbucks at the time because I wasn't like fully into coffee yet at that point.
I could have
in my
got you
life.
hot
I
chocolate.
wasn't
yeah.
either.
I went in there
I
one
want a cake
time.
pop.
I got green tea frappuccinos.
I went in there one time when I was sick, and Seth made me like a cold remedy drink.
Was it good?
No,
Did it work?
No,
Nice. I was probably
Projectile
fucking with
vomited
you.
everywhere.
Yeah, I was probably like, it's just sugar and
hot water,
hot water.
And raw
It's
eggs.
hummingbird food.
green tea runoff.
Some old lady forgot her hummingbird feeder here, and we've just been keeping it in the back for 3 years.
Just put a straw in it.
and whipped cream on top.
I think there's bird in this.
Yeah, no, that's what's supposed to be in it.
It's decorative. Just leave it alone.
Heliopathic.
Heliopathic. it's you heal from the sun. That's
I'm heliopathetic.